Now let's see a very famous concept related to the transaction, which is called the property of the transaction. So we have four property of a transaction or any transaction. This is the desired property, means that property should be there with the transaction if we'll create the database out of it. To ensure integrity and consistency of data, we require that the database system maintain the following property of the transaction. There are four property related to the transaction. These are called ACID property. It is every property's first letter will be taken as the property name A, C, I, and D. That is called ACID property of the transaction. It is very much popular property of any transaction, and you can find these properties in any database book. And why we are learning these property? Because if we are looking for any transaction and if we are ignoring any of the property, transaction may be giving you the wrong result, or it will take you to the inconsistent state, or there may be the violation of the integrity of the database. So every transaction will make sure that these properties should exist. The first property is called atomicity. The second property is called consistency preservation. The third property is called isolation. The fourth property is called durability or permanency. Now let's talk about the first property, which is called atomicity. It says that, so as I told you, the transaction has many read and write operation. Okay. Atomicity says that if we are executing a transaction, so related to the transaction, all the operation should perform or none of the operation will perform. It means if we have a transaction TI having the operation, let's say read operation, then write operation, then there is a read operation, and then there is a write operation. So let's say if we are executing the transaction and we have done the execution up to this, but after that your database is, or your transaction fails means there is no execution after that. Now atomicity says that either you perform all the operation or you will not perform any operation. So in that case, because we haven't performed all the operation, so atomicity says that we have to roll back to the previous state. Means all these transactions will be undo. That is the atomicity. All the operation will perform or none of the operation will perform. Second is consistency preservation. It says that when we start the transaction TI at that particular time, if my database is in a consistent state, so after the transaction TI will be done, my database should be in a consistent state. If it is not, then this transaction will not going to perform. Getting it? So consistency preservation tells about this. Now come to isolation. Isolation says that if there are transactions going on, let's say TI and TJ, transaction TI and TJ. So whatever operation TI will perform and whatever operation TJ will perform will not going to interfere with each other. Means if we have the read and write operation here, and if we have the read and write operation here, these read and write operation will not going to affect the read and write operation of this. And this read write operation will not going to affect the read write operation of this. It means that both the transactions should be isolated, should not interfere in the operation of each other. That is called isolation. Third is called durability or permanency. It says that if I have done some transaction, even if the failure occur, even if the failure occur, that changes would be reflected into the database. The changes that I have done last, after that, let's say I have executed all these operation, and after that, my database fails, or there is some problem with the database, or I'll say the fails. So if I done write operation, I cannot perform atomicity property because I have done all the operation, and after that my database fails. Then the write operation means the updated operation of the updated value of A should be reflected into the database, even if there is a failure. That is called durability. So the same thing is written here. The atomicity, either all operation of a transaction are reflected properly in the database or none of the operation handled by the transaction manager component. So atomicity says that either all the operation of the transaction should be reflected into the database or none of the operation. Means you cannot perform the partial operation of one transaction. And these property will be taken care by the transaction manager. There is a component called transaction manager which will look for that. We'll talk about it later. Consistency. If the database is in the consistent state before the transaction start, then the database must also be in a consistent state in successful completion of the transaction. It is the responsibility of application programmer. Consistency means, as I told you, before the transaction start, if my database is in a consistent state, after the successful completion of the transaction, my database should come into the consistent state, right? That is telling you about consistency. Next property is isolation. Isolation says about two transactions will not going to affect each other, right? Even though multiple transactions may execute concurrently, the system guarantees that for every pair of transaction TI/TJ, it appear to TJ that either TJ finish execution before TI start or TJ start execution after TI finishes. Thus, each transaction is unaware of other transaction executing concurrently in the system. This will be handled by concurrency control component that we'll see after the transaction concept will be over. We'll talk about concurrent control component, how it works, how the isolation will be maintained between two transactions. Execution of transaction should not be inferred with any other transaction executing concurrently. It says that if one transaction is executing, so the operation is not going to affect by other transaction which are executing concurrently, because we are talking about multi-user system, right? In a multi-user system, there are user 1, there are user 2, there are user 3, and all are working in, let's say, X. So some are reading it, some are writing it, some are again reading it. So what will happen is this X, which is a shared data, is with the all the user. If they are executing concurrently, then they will make sure that the isolation should be maintained, and the X, the last value of X, whatever will get the consistent value of X. So that will be taken care by the isolation component, and it will be handled by concurrency control component. Now the last one is called durability. After a transaction completes successfully, the changes in it has made to the database persistence even if there is a system failure. So it says that if transaction complete its execution successfully, so whatever changes will be done by the transaction should be reflected into the database, even though the failure occurred after the successful completion of the transaction. The changes must not be lost because of the failure. Who will take care of that? It will be taken care by recovery manager component. So we'll see that also.